Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, blue 80, 125.
Big stop, G. Big stop, let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They toss to Freeman. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
21.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he finds his tight end, Graham. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully, mentally into this one.
Now. Rock it.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Orbit. Sweet.
Tighten up. Undercrunch. Switches.
Leo. Snap.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he'll find Hall. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Jump.
Yep.
Banjo.
Look at me. Go.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Sam on. Shoot.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they work this out past the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, lock it.
They'll set up a throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready,
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the 29, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, it's Freeman. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
20.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, check 24.
Hey, express.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. After the sack on 1st down, Ryan. And he's got his man on the out route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Devon Kennard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Hey, check.
Now Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Bryant is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Hey! Smith! Hard! Hard!
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Look at me. Zipper!
He'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Down! 10 Lobo!
Drop deep, drop deep.
Hey! Hey, seam 6! Seam 6!
Back to throw now on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
You got it! You got it!
4 yards on the pickup.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
2nd and 6. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Hey! High 7!
Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Go!
37's the Mike. Mike 37. Go, baby.
5!
Now back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Go!
Backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
On the ready.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, exit.
45, Mike, 45. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check. Lucky.
Snap.
2nd and 3. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now. 2.
They'll set up to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
5.
Mike 37. Time to go, night. There we go, 37's the Mike. Mike
Get it.
He'll look to throw here. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Hey, keep it up.
Hey, Alpha.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Blue draw quarter.
D-line, get that quarterback.
Yep.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Hit it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Foxtrot.
37's the Mike. Mike 37. I got wide. You go tight.
Rock it.
You got tight right there. Watch the safety creep.
Ready.
2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
2nd down. Incomplete from the contact. It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Bravo.
37's the Mike. Mike 37. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. There we go. 36.
Sneak grip.
Back to throw. Fighting to stay up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check. Hey, Haywood.
They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. From the shotgun, Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Hey, Orbit, look at me. Step.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, wahoo!
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Hey.
Mike 37. Yo. Yo.
Hey, step 2.
They'll drop the throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll They'll find Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Team triple. Team triple.
He'll look to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
All day, dog.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
Here's Matt Bosher now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down, Lions.
Ready.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. Go, go. Target. There. Fight.
Looking to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, echo.
They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
45. Mike, 45.
He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
30 base. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, box drop. Yep. 45. Get it.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Bravo. General West.
Come on, baby.
Now back to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Freeman again. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Here's Ryan. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoom.
37's the Mike. Mike 37. Come on, boy.
Go.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. There we go. 37's the
Big grip. Big grip.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Get that ball.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Lions, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be for somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euro. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone got a big office, store got locks. I got some shoes. Okay, on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay, death comes in 3s. Wins come in 2s. Cash comes in 1s. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30.